If you fall into this trap, I promise you the journey of entrepreneurship will be one of the hardest, most difficult, emotionally taxing journeys you ever embark on. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to remove yourself from it if you're in it right now. Let's get into it.
Back on deck on my fly back. Really on my pay some respect to my mindset. Head blowing smoke, catch a contact. Really mad they can't stop us. Back on the scene, young conscious. Always been me, I'm popping. I ain't really here for the gossip, nah.
What's up, everybody? Sebastian here from Agency Hypergrowth. If you don't know who I am, if you're just seeing me for the first time here on my YouTube channel, I have been working with advertising agencies for the last 2+ years, and I'm gonna pop up some proof here in just a second to show you that we have helped over 500 individual marketing agencies. I actually started my agency back in 2017, and I grew it to over multiple 6 figures in under 12 months, and then I started helping other agencies do exactly the same thing. And in this video, I wanna talk to you about one of the most deadly traps you can ever find yourself in as an entrepreneur. It's one that I personally have found myself in dozens of times, and every time I find myself in it, I just hit pretty much what could be called rock bottom emotionally, and it puts me in a really crappy place. I don't feel good at all. There's a very good chance that you have found yourself in this trap as well, especially if you are on social media, which is basically almost the entire world. Here's the trap that I'm referring to. You probably heard this term before. It is called the comparison trap. Now, let me break down exactly how this kind of works and looks inside of your brain. This is how it works for me and how it works for most people. I'm doing my thing, I'm growing my business, I'm working on my projects, I know I'm doing the things I need to do. I go on Instagram, I go on Facebook, I see that so-and-so is doing $500,000 a month, I'm only doing 150K a month. I'm going, shoot, man. Well, that person's way ahead of me. Why am I not there yet? What's wrong with me? What's bad about what I'm doing? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not fit? Am I ever gonna, make it to 500K a month? All these things, guys, these nasty thoughts. Oh, that person must just be better than me. Well, look at them, etc., etc. And all it is, guys, is comparison. And if you go on Instagram, this will probably happen to you without you even realizing it. Subconsciously, you'll be scrolling and you'll go, oh man, that person's body is better than me. Oh shit, look at that person in freaking Mexico taking a trip, and their life's got to be 10 times better than me, and how come I'm not traveling? How come I'm not looking that jacked? Or how come I'm not looking that skinny? Or whatever the case may be, guys. And this holds true, so true for entrepreneurs. We tend to find ourselves, no matter what level we get at, first we start out at the bottom, right? We're at 0. That's where I was back in 2016, 2017. Then I hit 10K a month. Then I looked around and I was like, well, I'm at 10K a month now. That was my goal. I see people doing 30 or 50K a month. I'm like, shit, man, I'm just, I'm way behind. Then I got to 50K a month and I was like, well, look at the other people doing 100K a month. What's wrong with me? Again, comparison. And it's so unhealthy, guys. However, here's the key. Here, I'm gonna give you some of the keys that I have discovered in dealing with the comparison trap and approaching it. Number one, don't make yourself wrong for it. I think that's one of the most important things about this, guys. When the times that I have felt the worst, if you will, about comparing myself to other people has been when I've judged myself for comparing, right? If you find yourself going, man, what's that person doing right? And what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Don't judge yourself for having those thoughts, guys. It's okay to compare. There's nothing wrong with it, right? The key is just being aware of what's happening. Where your pain and struggle will come in is when you go, why am I comparing myself? What is wrong with me? Like, how come I'm comparing? Shouldn't I be 100% content and just so, like, I don't know why I'm doing this motion, like, should be satisfied like I'm the Buddha with where I'm at, right? Shouldn't I just be okay? And it's just judgy, right? The judging of yourself is what's gonna cause you even more pain than the actual comparison trap itself. So number one, do your best to just be aware of the fact that you're judging yourself and comparing yourself without actually judging yourself for it. Just be aware of the comparison. Don't make yourself wrong for it, okay? Number two, guys, one thing that I consistently remind myself is I am on my own journey. I am at where I'm at. Somebody else is at where they're at. And that's it. Somebody else is in the position they're in. I'm in the position I'm in. And that's it. That's all there is to it, guys. Here's where I'm at in my journey. I know I'm gonna get to the point I wanna get to as long as I continue to do the things I know are gonna move the needle for me in my business, my personal life, my health, etc. All I need to do is just continue to do the things that I am doing. I am on the right path. And I remind myself of that, guys. I remind myself of that anytime I find myself comparing myself to other people. So again, guys, this could potentially be the trap that keeps you stuck in a really, really crappy emotional state as an entrepreneur. It really holds a lot of people back because instead of focusing on what they're doing, instead of looking internally and looking at how to improve and get better as a person, as an entrepreneur themselves, a lot of people are way too busy looking outward, looking externally at what everybody else is doing and then making themselves wrong for not doing those things. It's actually kind of silly. And if you really become aware of it and you kind of make friends with the part of your ego that's doing that, you can almost kind of laugh at it. It's almost comical. It's like, well, I'm doing the things I'm doing and they're doing the things they're doing. If they're doing something I want to be doing, but I'm not, cool. I don't need to make myself wrong for not being there. Instead, what's more productive, what's gonna serve me better is looking at, okay, cool, that person's doing a thing. Well, I'd love to know how they're doing it. Not from a place of, shit, I need to learn how to do it, otherwise I'm not good enough. That's where the pain comes in, because you're making yourself bad and wrong and not good enough. But where you can actually use this comparison, if you will, as a tool and use this energy in a way to fuel yourself and move yourself forward and push your own personal growth is to say, awesome, I'm aware that this person's doing something that I want to be doing. They're in a position I want to be in. That's where I'm shooting for. I'd love to learn from them. What can I take away from what they're doing? How can I look at, the way they're showing up as a person, as a leader? How are they leading their teams? How are they showing up in their companies? What needs to happen for me to go and work with them and learn from them? That's a productive lens through which you can look at somebody else's situation. But when it's a lens of, oh man, what's wrong with me? Again, the comparison. Look at what they're doing. I should be there. Should. That's a big one, guys. I should be doing something. Doesn't exist. Should be doing something according to who? According to whose standards? Your own that are set by what? By society? By arbitrary standards that people tell you should be doing? That you should be married by 30 and have kids by 35 or before. It's like, it's silly, guys. It's so silly. Like, you're on your own journey. Remember that. So with that said, guys, super short video. Just want to kind of get this message across to you here. Again, if you are an entrepreneur and more specifically, if you run a marketing agency, that's most of who I speak to here on this channel because I run a marketing agency and I also run the #1 coaching program on the planet for people who are looking to scale a marketing agency. Make sure to hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button for more content just like this. And lastly, if you are an existing marketing agency who is looking to scale from just a couple clients, if you're at like 2-3 clients right now, you're probably at a couple $1,000s a month, and you're looking to scale up to 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, even potentially 100K a month if that's where you're looking to go, then click the link in the description down below, book a completely free call with myself and my team, and we'll break down exactly what's wrong inside your agency, where the bottlenecks are, and we'll give you a step-by-step roadmap and a game plan to start clearing those roadblocks and actually scaling your agency in a way that's healthy and feels good for you as the business owner. Again, click the link down below, book a call if it's something you're interested in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.